Yo, welcome back to Lost in Talks podcast, episode 69. 69, 69, 69.
69.
69.
That's the whole pod.
It's a pretty sick number.
That's it, guys.
It's a pretty sick number. It just rolls off the tongue really nicely.
69.
We were supposed to have, we had big plans, guys. Big plans. Like when we made like episode 2, okay, we're like, yo, what are we going to do when episode 69 rolls around? You know, it's quite a while away. You know what I mean? It was going to be over a year from then. And, you know, we had all these plans to do some crazy shit, get lit, maybe have some rippers, stuff like that. And I heard that stomach. Yeah. And then COVID happened. And I've heard then COVID happened like 100 times this year and last year.
Yep. It's about to happen again.
Unfortunately, but
yeah, it's funny that we still have to. It's funny that we still have to like say that.
And then COVID happened.
Yeah, it's so many times like I've had to explain that or tell that to people.
Yeah.
Like what was happening, and it's like obviously you know why what happened. You know.
And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
When COVID's over, like it's an era, but it is an era, I guess.
It's an era, but we're not going back to normal.
It's a depressing era, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is the new normal, whatever. We've talked about it before. But basically, yeah, we had all these big plans for episode 69, and it obviously got canceled because of COVID, like a million other things. We're just here doing a normal pod on the 69th episode. But we're going to have a great time regardless. We're going to have a bunch of good conversations, am I right?
Mm.
So The Rock now has a show.
Yeah, you
saw that.
seen this? Yeah.
Young Rock.
Fuck?
Yo, Young Rock?
Is he? Wow.
Shit.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Because that's just cool.
Yeah.
But that looks really
It looks
corny.
like hot garbage. Yeah.
Wait, so I was talking. I didn't see the commercial, but is he in it?
No.
I think
Or
he
It doesn't look like he's in it.
I don't
Someone-
think he might be in it. You know, like when they do like
It's like everybody
narrator.
hates Chris.
Yeah, he might be the narrator, like Chris Rock. Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
they've been doing that so much. They
Yeah.
take a celebrity, they take someone who's kind of famous in a past show.
Well, he's
or
not even kind of famous, you know.
Yeah.
who's someone who's famous, and then they do like the origin story of them.
Yeah.
So they did that with like Sheldon from Big Bang, you know,
Yeah.
young Sheldon or whatever. It's like literally the same premise, just The Rock. Like
Eddie Wang, the what is he, a cook?
Yeah,
The-
yeah. I know that guy.
That show Fresh Off the Boat is based on I think either a book he wrote, like his autobiography, and then I think he was like a consultant on the first season, but then he was like, yo, this shit is garbage, because it's like an ABC comedy show or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like it's a primetime comedy series, and he was just like, take my name off this, like this isn't the direction.
Jeez.
And so I mean, because
Really?
it's successful, right? Maybe he's still getting a bag off of it, but like I get it. Like, you know, somebody's like, hey, we're gonna make a TV show based on, you know, your life, and it's about him like coming to America. Like it could have been a relatable thing, but then they just, you know, they went not racist with it, but you know, essentially racist. Yeah.
Essentially racist.
Yeah. And this Young Rock, I don't know.
That's looking mad corny.
Yeah.
And they had to get the guys that looked exactly like
Yeah.
him to play him too. You know?
Like a
Shit, I
fucking
missed it.
25-year-old playing a 16-year-old in high
Yeah.
school because he's
Dude,
got
they
to
always
play a
do
Young
that.
Rock.
They
Like,
always do that. They always gotta get.
Because that guy looked way too old to be in that.
Yeah.
They always got a middle-aged man playing not middle-aged, but like mid-20s man playing a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, you know, something like that. They always do that.
That's cool though. Just have your own show about your life. That's cool.
That's cool. He's probably the exec producer. He's like, hey,
How good it's gonna be is not really.
if they're gonna go through the whole story of him being like in the WWE and shit, but I guess he's
It looks like it. That's what it
eventually,
did.
or like wanting to be a wrestler.
No, they showed clips of like him fighting.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Or wrestling, I should say.
true,
His art form.
right.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, Young Rock.
Young
Yes.
Rock.
Just so you know, coming soon. Maybe I don't know. Young Rock. On what was that city?
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know.
City
Yo,
TV?
what happened this week, man? Nothing happened. I think it's
Super
funny.
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, Super Bowl. It's super late news by the time you guys listen, but
Yeah.
yeah, who won? Who'd you guys pick? Would you guys even care? Actually?
I wouldn't bet against Brady.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that. Like I didn't think Brady was gonna lose.
I know a man that
Yeah.
put 2,000 on the Chiefs, bro, and this man took an L
You
hard.
just don't vote against Brady. You know,
Yeah,
I'm like, you're a dumbass.
it just doesn't make
I think
sense.
French Montana bet like 200,000 or something
On the Chiefs?
On I don't know. I think it was the Bucks. I don't remember. But
The
when I
Bucks?
see big bets like that, I don't
Yeah.
even give a shit what they bet. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Weekend performance was cool.
I feel like more people showed up for the weekend performance. Like just flipped it on for that like 15 minutes and then flipped it off.
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel like that's
I'm
usually
guilty
what
of that.
happens
I'm
with
guilty of that.
yeah, with Super Bowls. Like
the-
people turn it on for the halftime show.
Just think of the performance though, like good, bad,
It's cool.
overrated.
Cool.
Cool. I liked it. It was cool. I thought it was
I guess if you're saying because I don't was it $7 million? Like I don't remember. I only
that's
allegedly.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he put $7 million.
I guess if you're thinking
Of
about
his
it like
own
that,
money
maybe it was
into it.
overrated. But I don't know. I thought it was cool though. I thought it was a pretty.
Yeah, I
like,
was
don't know.
thinking of it like that in the beginning, and I was trying to understand how $7 million was spent in 15 minutes, which is crazy when
Yeah.
you think about it. And I
But
mean,
I wouldn't say it's spent on 15 minutes. It was spent into
Yeah, the entire
the
production.
entire
That's what I mean.
production.
yeah.
that's what I mean. But it was like spent on $7 million, spent essentially for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
I feel like most of that money was probably into the set and the lights
Yeah,
and all those.
and that's what like when you
fancy
put it
lights
that
he
like
had.
when you think about it like that, I feel like most of those Super Bowl performances probably even if it wasn't 7 million, I feel like it was probably the same amount of money as any other performance would have cost. You know,
For real, yeah. There definitely millions of dollars
Yeah.
put into it.
the stage and lights and shit, bro. Like
I also thought it was interesting that, and maybe my memory is bad with halftime shows, but I believe he was, one of the few artists to do it solo. Like no other artist came out.
Yeah, that's why it was such a big deal because he was
Right.
headlining it.
Yeah, like no one else
Yeah.
came. He didn't pull anybody out.
Yeah.
Probably for that reason to be like, I did it myself. Like,
and
fucking-
COVID, I guess. But
pretty sure,
Even
like,
though he had 1,000 of him.
yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure like another person to do that was actually Michael Jackson. I'm pretty sure.
I don't even remember when that
I don't even
one
know.
was.
Michael Jackson, has he done it at Super Bowl?
I know he did. I just don't remember when it was.
He did a solo though. Like
Yeah.
no one else
Oh, yeah.
came out either.
Yeah, well, that's Michael
So-
Jackson, you know.
Yeah, but
And
I mean,
Prince
but
was
The Weeknd
recent
gets
too,
compared
and
to
I
Michael
can't remember
Jackson
if
quite a
Prince
bit.
brought anybody out. I can't really remember that performance either, but
Prince?
yeah.
Probably. I
think he
probably
brought
not.
somebody
I don't
out,
know.
though.
I don't remember. Whatever. All I know is like very few artists do a solo.
Yeah.
They usually bring out someone or someone's featured or whatever.
Yeah, like was it Maroon 5 were they headlining when they got Cardi B to come out and Travis Scott? Was it?
Yeah,
I think so.
definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, like Maroon 5 when they got announced.
But they had
it's
a
like,
song together.
Yeah,
Cardi B and Maroon
they were
5,
like,
right?
I
Remember that
swear
song?
they put out that
Where
album
it's spinning and shit.
just so that they
For
could
the
get all.
Super Bowl,
Yeah,
yeah.
like they got Travis Scott on a track, they got Cardi B on. I swear that whole album had features from like rappers because they
Yeah.
just wanted them to get in the Super Bowl.
Probably. But you don't get paid for it. It's just this big, publicity thing for
Yeah.
you and to say you've done it.
Yeah.
And you only usually get it once. I don't know if there's not many artists that have done it more than once, if any. So it's like a once in a lifetime thing in a way.
Yeah, it's a weird
So-
weird thing.
Yeah. It's just a big sports game.
Yeah.
But it becomes iconic.
Yeah. One thing
becomes-
that kind of it didn't piss me off, but like there was a lot of like, yo, from Scarborough to the Super Bowl, like, yo, The
Yeah.
Weeknd doesn't claim Scarborough, and that's
Barely.
okay.
Rarely.
Barely.
Who said
man-
that though?
Everybody
Everybody
on
was
Instagram.
saying
Oh,
that.
on
I
Instagram,
remember
on
seeing
I
Instagram.
seen a
Yeah,
complex.
I know
I seen a complex tweet where they were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from Scarborough to Super Bowl. You're like, you couldn't point out Scarborough on a Toronto map.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the fuck you guys
Complex, like in
talking
America
about?
complex?
Yeah.
Like, no, get
Yeah.
out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, he doesn't. He's from Scarborough technically, but he doesn't claim Scarborough.
The man blew up in Queen West. Like
It's
that's
Toronto.
fine.
He's Toronto. Like
Yeah.
whatever. Scarborough is in Toronto. I get it. It's where he kind of lived for a part of his life. But probably majority of his life now, he probably isn't.
Yeah,
in
I would say his
Scarborough.
formative years, especially
Yeah.
with like his
Where stuff
music
was
popping
actually
up.
happening.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't here.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like him and Lamar had to leave school. They had to drop out.
Yeah.
The reality is,
Yeah.
if he stayed in Scarborough, he probably wouldn't have blown up. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it works. Like,
Mans would have been here, bro.
Coming on the
Mans
pod,
would have been
yeah.
750, bro.
Yeah, he would have. Real shit. Sooner or later. Realistically, he would have. He would have been 750s.
oh man.
Jeez. But yeah, man, it was a cool performance.
Yeah.
You know, nothing else really to say.
I just like he did a little bit of House of Balloons. He did that one Glass Table Girls thing. That was cool.
That little quick thing. I was
Yeah.
like, because that's all anybody really wanted to
Yeah,
hear.
exactly.
But at the same time, I was like, he's just gonna run the pop.
Of course.
classics,
Yeah, of course. I mean, Blinding Lights is his biggest track. Like, obviously, that's
I
going to be
do
the
wish
closer.
somehow he was able to get the like Daft Punk there. You know,
Yeah.
that would have been sick.
Yeah.
That was like the one person I thought people.
Like, yeah.
Sorry, the two people. He would pull out.
If you get
He
Daft
didn't even
Punk
need to
there,
get
that'd be
them. Like,
sick.
he could have just got two random mans to wear
Yeah,
the...
just even just have the suit.
Pull an
even
MF
just have them up on a
facts.
screen
Pull an MF
somewhere.
Doom to... Yeah, like a hologram. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, like, that would've been
something, you know?
That would have been extra sick.
Have them live cast from France or some shit,
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Like,
I would have liked that. That would have
Yeah.
been sick. But I was like, all right, cool. And then all I wanted to hear were the classic shits.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're just getting the pop songs. Which
We're
is
getting
cool
like
as
the
well.
last two albums, like, and
Which
a bit
makes
of
sense. I
last
can't
three
hate.
albums, like,
Yeah, I
all
can't-
the hitters from the last three.
Can't hate on that. That makes complete sense.
It
you
is
know?
what it
That's
is.
what the audience is.
That's what
Exactly,
they know.
yeah.
Where they don't want to hear about you snorting cocaine
yeah.
off of a hooker.
I wonder if, like, the American audience even knows about those songs as well as...
I'm sure they do.
yeah.
I feel like those are classic songs.
Yeah. Anyone who knows The Weeknd, even wherever they're from, they'll know those other ones.
Those are classic songs,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are probably a lot of... We just don't know them because everybody in Toronto knew about The Weeknd. But there's probably, like, Weeknd fans who just know from, like, I Can't Feel My Face onwards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. But I feel like that's the older audience.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like, a lot of my mom knows The Weeknd.
Yeah,
my mom
yeah.
likes The Weeknd. She doesn't fucking know about
She doesn't know about those songs.
She doesn't know
She
about
don't
the
know,
House
yeah,
of Balloons.
She
yeah.
doesn't know what
songs.
really was going on.
Like, she started listening basically when we just said, like, from
Can't feel my face.
basically around that time. And the 50 Shades song, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah, that was
I feel
the
like
year that
that's
he blew
when
up. Yeah.
he blew up, and then everyone, like,
Did he
average.
perform that song? Yeah, he did, right? Yeah.
And anybody who just casually listens to whatever the fuck's popular.
Yeah.
That was a turning
Spot on.
point in his career. That's when I was like, okay,
Yeah.
he's a pop star now.
Yeah.
Makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Though. I was like, I'm cool with that.
It's fine. He did what he needed. He
did
dropped
everything
the
he had to do.
trilogy. Like, that's
Yeah.
enough for... We didn't need any more than that from
you
him.
did your thing.
Yeah.
Facts.
So yeah, shouts out The Weeknd though. Cool performance, bro. And yeah. Oh, the only thing I want to say, it felt short.
Yeah.
It felt
The
like,
performance?
yeah, it felt really short.
Well, it's like
compared to
15
other ones.
minutes.
It was probably because it was only him,
Like,
you know?
yeah, probably 'cause
Because
it
I
was
feel
just
like
him.
when you bring guests on, it feels like it gets longer and there's like
Maybe.
the transitions and stuff.
Yeah, I just felt
I don't
short
know.
because I was like, we couldn't have gone for another
Yeah.
5 minutes or something at
Yeah.
least, bro.
Like a 2 more track maybe,
Yeah.
you know?
That's something.
Yeah, well.
Whatever, it's all good.
Anyways, should get into my topics here. I was gonna. Which one should I start with? I had a question, and you answered it really quickly, and then maybe it was an easy question to answer. And I feel like a lot of people now, just in general, like, no one settles for average, and that's fine, and that's great. I feel like you shouldn't right away just settle for average, because then you're underachieving. But I asked myself this question today, and I was like, but is it okay to be like average overall as a person?
Yes, it is.
It is.
It's definitely okay to be average. We need average people in this world.
Also, I feel like if you think of every person, if you think about their strengths and weaknesses, everybody balances out to some kind of average, you know?
Right.
It's about making sure that the things that you're good at outweigh the things that you're bad at, I think, right?
Right. Like, but just overall,
Or
you're
they're
just
balanced.
an average Joe. Like, you're literally the definition of an average Joe. Like,
What is an average Joe?
Okay, well, we can answer that. How do we picture an average person? Like, and I picture an average person who makes average money, lives average life, meaning they work 9 to 5, or they work general hours, 40 hours a week. They make the average amount of money that you need in their current, living, wherever they live.
Which is what, like 50?
Around here, it's probably 50, 55 is about average. 50 is not average. 50 is what you need to live. Let's say 45. 45 is about average.
Okay.
Okay, Canadian. And, they might have a girlfriend or a wife, and, they want some kids, and they just want to, like...
Or a husband.
And settle down.
Does that not make them average if they're gay?
Or a woman.
Or a woman?
No, I don't think their sexual preference matters.
Interesting.
I don't think that matters.
So what's your gay average guy?
My gay What? What do
What's
you mean?
like your average gay
Average gay guy?
guy or girl or whatever?
The average. That's a confusing question for some reason.
I don't know
I
why. I feel like it's the same thing that you said with all the financial things.
No, all
right?
the doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't matter. The sexual orientation does not matter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like. I guess you're like. You're not in
average.
you're not in the majority anymore if you are gay.
I get you, but that's like that's like being black. You're not.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I totally think it's totally fine to be average. I think we definitely do need average people in this world. And I also think a lot of us have average traits about us. And the reason why I was asking what average is because I feel like even average people have things that they're good at, you know?
Yeah.
That things that we probably couldn't do.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the thing that sticks with me is that commercial, the Canadian children's one where it's like, what's your thing? You know?
Yeah.
People aren't good at everything. Everybody's good
Exactly.
at something.
Something.
Like,
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good.
yeah. Bugs. Yeah.
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 That's I feel like everybody's good at something. It doesn't need to be the best thing, the thing that you're best at doesn't need to be the thing that you're making money with. I don't think having a 40,000 40K 50K job means that's a bad thing.
So that's the thing. That's the trouble. That's the thing. Like, why so many people have trouble figuring out what they're good at. It's a very popular thing.
Yeah.
People are always stuck at not knowing, and comes as early as like when you're going into post-secondary and they don't know what kind of courses they want to pick or what program they want to get into. And people are very, I don't know if it's lack of confidence or what, that people are just very hesitant to work on something that they're good at or even figure it out. And I feel like a lot of people do know, but they're in denial about it. Like, they don't actually want to work on what they're good at. They'd rather settle for whatever that average person is doing. You know what I mean? Like, just getting that business office job. I mean, even though a lot of people probably do want to do that artistic thing that they deep down inside, they know that they're good at or can be better at. You know what I mean? And I don't know why. I don't know if it's like fear. Like, I don't know if people are just scared to work on what they're good at, or people are just struggling to identify it in general.
Yeah, I'm not too sure because I've never had that struggle really.
Same. Like, I think like it speaks for all of us. And because if it was true, then we wouldn't be doing all these things we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Right. Like, music came to you guys quite early in your life, and video and photography and media in general came pretty early in my life as well. Like, in high school and even earlier for us. Right. So, it's just like some people just don't know right away. I mean, do you think there's people who are just not good at anything?
I feel like this is a bad thing to say, but there's a difference between these two people. I think there's people that are just like dumb.
Yeah.
And then there's people that just
People are dumb.
There's people that are dumb, and then there's people that just they just haven't figured it out yet.
There are people that are just dumb.
I don't think that there's nobody out there that just doesn't know. But I definitely think there's people that are just stupid.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them.
It's true. There are a lot of just stupid people.
Yeah.
I think even the stupid people, there's also a lot of stupid successful people.
Yeah, for sure.
So then you start wondering, like, is the intelligence even matter?
I don't know. I feel like
It doesn't.
I feel like if I was one of those people that didn't know, I feel like it'd be because certain things in my life maybe didn't align, or maybe I didn't try certain things.
Yeah.
But is that gonna fix it? I think it is a confidence thing then.
I think confidence is a big part of it. Like, if you have lack of confidence in your abilities, then you're going to likely be afraid of doing something, right? Or trying something. And then you're just going to...
Or if you're afraid of failure, I guess.
Yeah.
It could be that. It could be afraid of You could be afraid of failure, and it'll just...
But like failing in the sense of, like I could consider failing like me attempting to make a song and not making it or just giving up. But
that's failing in the macro way.
Exactly.
Though, right?
And
like
knowing that like the good thing about that is like I know that I can learn from every experience that I have, good or bad, right? And I think that's the part where it's like people don't think, or people don't want to have bad experiences and learn from them,
Like, yeah.
at the sake of, with the potential of having a good experience as well, you know.
For real, the reality is if you're afraid of like failing, then like, dude, you're not ready for life, because like life is like failure after failure. Like that little thing I posted on Instagram about being an entrepreneur, it was like, it's literally like a stock market, like a graph going up and down, roller coaster, you know, like
Yeah.
you're gonna succeed at something and then you're gonna fail at something. You're
Yeah.
gonna take a L, then take a W, get a W, then get a couple L's back to back. That's gonna fuck your, you know, your confidence, but you gotta keep working at it, you know what I mean? So it's just like, if you're afraid of like failure in a macro or like a large scale, small scale, then like, dude, you're literally not ready, and like that's something you have to overcome,
Yeah.
for real. Like that's something you really have to overcome, because you're just not gonna be ready for all the failures, all the L's you're gonna take. You know, how many L's have we taken? A lot. You know what I mean?
You know,
And
sometimes like when I'm playing like a level on a video game, or I'm like stuck on a boss or something. One time I realized, like, you know, if you beat that level the first time you do
Yeah.
it, you might not even know how or why you beat that boss or beat that level.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you fail like 100 times, you start studying the patterns of the boss. You start knowing, okay,
See.
when they jump like this is what's gonna happen. So you like you actually know how to beat the game, and like you can take that part with you because it's probably gonna come up later on in the game, right? So it's like sometimes it's in a lot of games. It's like most of my favorite games, I imagine that I've lost at something like 100 times before I moved forward. You know?
That's true, and it's funny. We could even get into games, but like maybe not. But dude, games now are so easy. So, like, you notice how the game that you just described is like Dark Souls, or
Yeah.
I don't know if you've played those games, but there's games like that too. Very difficult games, you know. Even the older Mario games and the old Nintendo games,
Yeah.
Sega games, they were difficult. You know, you would die repeatedly in a spot.
Yeah,
And,
because they
like,
only had enough programming for it's technically you could beat the game in an hour or two or whatever, but
Yeah.
because you fail, they made it so that you fail so many times that it
Right.
takes hours and hours, you know.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
these games now, they can make them 120 hours, and all you do is walk around, and you don't
Basically.
you don't need to die.
There's
or
like,
anything,
and
you
if
know?
if you die, you literally start back
Yeah,
at the same fucking place
Yeah.
you died, right? There's
Yeah.
literally, there's no consequence for dying. There's no consequence for failure.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because there's a bit of psychology behind that in terms of the games coming out now and the children playing that. I mean, even the games that are coming out now are not teaching us about failure.
Yeah.
They're just spoon feeding us through the fucking game.
Yeah.
You know, even like Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto 5, do you know if you die multiple times on the same mission that you can skip the fucking mission?
yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The old Grand Theft Autos, if you die, there's every Grand Theft Auto had a handful of like really hard missions.
Yeah.
That would just fucking piss you off, because you would die and then you'd have to go back to the gun shop, get all the guns.
Yeah.
You'd lose like half your money.
Yeah.
It was just a pain in the ass. You had to keep doing that over and over again. Just because you failed a mission, there was still a good 10 minutes of like getting your guns and driving back to where the mission starts
Yeah.
every time. So it wasn't just failing. You had to do all that shit every time.
Or like those ones where
Yeah.
you had to follow a train, or you had to follow somebody close but not too close.
Yeah.
So it's like you get right up to the end, and then they fucking spot you, and you're like, oh my god, now I gotta go do this slow
I
ass
swear the game
driving
did that
again.
on purpose. Man.
Yeah,
So annoying. Yeah. The game would fucking... I feel like the game would find ways to fail the mission. Like,
Yeah.
that shit used to cheese me. But yeah, all I'm saying is even games now, they don't teach like younger people failure, which is like crazy. You know, we're getting spoon fed, you know, no difficulty anymore, you know, so we're not being taught failures.
even
And
like
that is a problem.
like
That is
when
a
you think about
problem.
like the Atari games, they were all technically, the way that the game ends is when you lose, like when you fail, you know. So it was just like, who was the best, who was like, you know, you play Frogger, it was like who was able to last the best before ultimately dying or losing, you know.
Yeah.
It's like all of our early memories of video games were us relating or like connecting on the fact that we lost at this part so many times, or like we overcame it, and you know, that's like where the bonding happened, you know. It's like when you're like, finally we were able to like beat this part, you know.
So yeah, I mean, being average, it's okay. It's honestly, it's okay. But I feel like you should definitely dig down deeper and see if being average is really what you want, though. Because if it's not, then you definitely shouldn't settle for it.
Sometimes I wish I was just average. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
because then I would just be fine with just doing whatever I was doing.
Simple life, right?
Yeah, probably
simpler,
I'd probably
less
be
stressful.
better off.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, we are as creatives, we are wired to not want to be average. I feel like if
I know, I
if you
hate
were
it.
doing nothing,
I hate it sometimes.
You would have so much. I would have so much anxiety if I was just doing nothing and being average, and it would probably make me depressed. Like, I think it genuinely would make me depressed.
I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like if you were just average, you wouldn't even notice that you were just average.
Yeah.
you're
Because it was just kind of
average.
ingrained in you since
Yeah.
you were a kid.
You're
You know,
going to
like-
work. You're gonna hang out
Yeah.
at the bar with the buddies later.
I think
You're
if
going home.
at a pinnacle time of my life when I was like, early high school, where I was trying to figure out what I'm good at and what I really love to do. If for some reason the stars were aligned different that year and I fucking decided to go into business and just do whatever, like random business accounting or like marketing or whatever, then yeah, like I could have ended up being average and working at a $50,000 a year job and calling it a day, you know what I mean? And that's it.
Yeah.
And then you're right. I wouldn't have known what it's like to try and not be average.
Exactly.
And then maybe my life would be
Ignorance is bliss.
not as stressful, potentially.
That's what I'm saying.
So fuck, I don't know.
There's moments where I'm sitting there at my computer and I'm like, oh, I have all this shit to do. And I'm like, yo, if I was just a regular,
Yeah.
if I just didn't even do any of this shit and I just had a job just to go to and then I could just,
And you go home and just
and then
chill.
I'm done my job for the day. So I just go home and I just chill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like knowing
Almost
that knowing that
orgasmic.
you could like play video games every day, like
Yeah.
like
just
knowing
chill.
that from
Yeah.
5 to 10 is like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
At my day job, that's literally what my ex-managers just do.
Yeah.
They go to work, they put it in the 40 hours, and they go home and they play COD, yo. And
yeah.
See,
Cook
that's
dinner,
that
watch
is the thing that I
movies.
always
That's
think.
what I'm saying.
Like I would
That
be playing,
sounds-
I'd be playing COD right now. Like I'd be sick at COD. Like you know what I mean?
Like, that's all they do. Like,
That's all I want to be good at. I just want to be good at a first person shooter. Like, is that so wrong?
They make the 45, 50K a year, and they go home and they play COD, they cook dinner, and they watch a movie. That's what they do.
I don't know.
bro.
That sounds lit to me.
That's
Like,
sick, right? That's kind of sick.
Instead, I'm up late nights, fucking trying to get shit done.
I gotta figure out. We gotta shoot videos.
Like
Our schedule is.
It's
not
at the point where like I have to
Yeah.
tell myself like, yo, shut your brain off. You know,
Yeah.
like stop thinking, stop working, just play video games or like watch TV and like don't think about what you have to do or what what you've done and like
And you
it
start
never
thinking
stops.
about it, and you think about what you haven't done, and then
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh
exactly.
fuck, I'm fucking up. I'm not working hard enough."
You know how many times
Ah.
I've turned
Exactly
on
that,
like a TV show
Yeah.
or like I've turned on the Switch and then I just had it on and then I got distracted and I went back to work or like I
Dude,
opened up a
I've done
tab,
that
you know,
before.
like
I've done that before. I've done that before. Yeah, I'd be on Netflix, start watching a show, and I'd be like, "Yo," and then I think about something, and I'm like, "Yo, actually, if I just do this one thing right now, then like."
Or like I'll throw on a YouTube video and then I'll be watching it and then and I'll zone out and I'll be like, okay, yo, like I'll start thinking about something. It's all right, like okay, I got to do something right now, and I'm like, oh, I am doing something right now. I'm watching a fucking YouTube video. Like,
Next level ADHD.
yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah,
I know. I don't even know. Sometimes I think I have ADHD. Like
sure, all creatives
in
to
that
some
way.
extent.
In
Yeah,
that way. Yeah.
Just because your mind has to wander. Like it's that we're never like settled on how much information or what we're doing right now. We're always looking for something to piece the puzzle together, so we always have to be kind of vigilant, even when you're just experiencing life. Like this is something we talk about a lot, where it's like I get to the point now where I realize that whatever we're doing, like I'm like either subconsciously or consciously thinking about how we can translate this into something, like
Yeah, exactly.
work related.
Always, all
Yeah.
the time. It's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be lit to be average sometimes. Though,
Yeah.
for sure.
But see, yeah, like I think if you are, like you have the average job or whatever, I think it's important to be happy, like acknowledge that that's what you're giving up. Like you are taking on that 40-hour job because you want the ability to have actual free time, to the ability
Yeah.
to know that
Yeah.
you're not gonna have, you don't take homework with you, and you have your weekends and all this stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that like sometimes
steady money, like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know?
sometimes I just
Yeah.
want that.
I just
You know
want
what I
some steady
mean?
money,
Yeah.
like,
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
But then like there's so many benefits to what we're doing too, right? So
Yeah.
you gotta weigh it out, like the pros and cons. 'Cause
Yeah, when
it's
I'm
like,
sitting there in Indeed and I'm like looking for jobs,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, yo, this pays okay, 9 to 5 every day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a Tuesday, maybe a Wednesday
off, like
off from time to
like
time.
I can't get that, you
I
know.
might need a weekend to
Yeah.
myself, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
It sounds lit, but then maybe you're in there for 5 years and then you're like, fuck me,
Yeah.
blow your brains out kind of thing. Like
I just
that's what I'm saying. Like
it's
I don't
so
know.
hard. And then I look at the part-time jobs and I'm like, it's not paying enough.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
just like
No part-time job's gonna pay enough
you're just like,
because
damn,
you're making like 100 hours.
it's fucking trash, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking trash, man. But yeah, it's just that stability sometimes would be nice. That stability that we don't necessarily have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love that my schedule is like
Exactly.
It's
I get
free.
to choose what I want to do. If I wake up one day and I just don't feel like it, I don't necessarily have to do it. You
Yeah.
know?
That's
So
true.
that's the one thing.
I think that's like, see, it's important that this is something that we think about most of the time. Like, I think about this at least once a week. Like, I test myself. I'm like, do you want to be normal right today?
Same.
Or, you know?
Yeah.
And I think you have to constantly test yourself and be like, is this the right decision? And you have to compare it to other things. So I always think about, what if I've finished business school, or what if I just got a degree in something, or, you got to think about those things and play them out and be like, all right, would I be happier than right now? And then usually exactly I'm like, being able to just do whatever the fuck I want whenever I
Yeah.
want, like I'm like, I'm taking that.
The
no
only
matter
thing
what.
would just be my finances, which would just be steady.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is nice, but at the same time I'm like, over here it's a little wild, you know?
Yeah.
And knowing how much you make annually, like guaranteed,
Yeah.
if you're working there is great actually.
Yeah.
You can actually
Definitely.
plan out your life.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
actually can.
Yeah, exactly. I can't
Plan
do
out
that
your
here.
expenses pretty
You
well.
can barely do that here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Because you make plans, you're like, oh, if by the end of the year I could do this, and then your whole something changes. One thing can change, and your whole plan is just
Yeah.
set off course.
Yeah.
You know,
for real.
it could be anything. You know, it could be deciding to go to a shoot and over another one, and you didn't make as much as you thought you were gonna make, or that opportunity didn't lead to what you thought it was gonna
Yeah.
lead. You know,
There's no way of predicting that.
Yeah.
And that's what's frustrating.
We have to like constantly reassess like
Yeah.
every decision we make, was it actually helpful, like, and if it wasn't, what can we do in the future to like
Yeah.
make sure that it doesn't happen again, or we do capitalize as much as we can,
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, but yeah, like a rich man once said to me, "Yo, we still need garbage men."
Yeah.
A rich man.
Yeah, it's
Facts.
like we still need garbage men. We still need people at the grocery store. We
Yeah.
still need.
Yeah, till the robots take over.
Exactly.
Yeah, then
we still need these people.
Then all the creative
Still
jobs
need
are
a
gonna
guy
be
to
in
fix your
demand.
car,
Yo,
you
that's what
still
I'm
need-
saying.
You still need a mailman, like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, we need.
And I'm not saying those are average jobs,
no, all those
for
jobs
average
you
people,
all those jobs you just mentioned.
but it's just
are-
we need people.
besides
Yeah.
maybe the grocery.
We need people. You can't have everybody.
We need people to be happy with those jobs,
Yeah.
And when I think about it, it's like,
Yeah.
I'd be a fucking mailman if I
I'd be a
needed to
mailman.
be.
I'd take out the
Yeah.
trash, bro.
Yeah.
I'd fucking
That's
do
sick,
that,
bro.
They get paid
There's
blessed.
so
Yeah.
many. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many like average jobs that people are not happy working, when like in reality, like they should be.
Yeah.
Because technically you are being blessed with a job and making an income and stuff like that, but then people are not happy with it. So then what the hell is going on? Like there's something wrong with the society that we live in here, that people that work full time are unhappy with how much they're getting paid.
Yeah.
Because they're actually working 40 hours, they're dedicating essentially their life, right? Because 40 hours, they spend more time at work than probably in their home, and we mentioned that in the last pod, a couple pods ago or whatever. And it's kind of crazy that they're in return they're only getting barely livable wages, and there's something seriously wrong with and it all comes down to capitalism and a bunch of other things that's going on here, that is just really unfortunate. And there was a time where these jobs that you mentioned, mailman, grocery store clerk, person that collected garbage was making like really good money, where they could say, "Yo, like I could buy a house, I could raise a family off this fucking job solo," which was even crazier. Solo, that's not even a thing. Solo income is like not even a thing anymore. You know what I mean? There's either like a spouse or like cousin that's helping you out nowadays, or brother, or whatever, or fucking you have like 7 streams of income, which we talked about before as well.
Yeah.
So these things are changing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the hell. It's just, it has to do with big corporations and the capitalism and all
Yeah.
this.
Most
bullshit.
people probably go from like roommates to like work with like family to roommates to like a spouse to
Yeah.
Sometimes back to family.
yeah.
Yeah, like fuck, getting married now seems to be more reason to do it is to be financially stable than anything else, because then you guys can combine your income and buy a house. You know what I mean? That's like the more upside of it.
Not even buy, rent. Sorry,
Rent a house.
Yeah.
Fuck.
rent your spot.
Rent a
'Cause
house sucks.
Realistically, it's not, you're
Fuck
not
that.
really financially stable with each other anymore. Still, you know, not that many people. At
Yeah.
least.
I guess maybe it's like I feel like you said, before people used to be able, like on a solo male person would be able to buy a house, but maybe it's just this generation is the first time where like the people have actually had to consider the first of all, like people of color, like my generation, this is the first generation of brown people that are actually able to do things other than academic, like university shit, like
Yeah. Brown people are killing it, man.
yeah.
Y'all are becoming engineers and crazy shit, making 100K, taking over Google.
Running the game.
But this
CEO of
is
Google's
like the
brown.
first generation. Like if I like to think sometimes that I would like to have lived in the 60s or whatever, but at the same time I wouldn't have been an artist. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, exactly.
so but beyond that too, it's like this is the first generation where these average jobs aren't giving you enough, and it's like, is that why we were like, yo, fuck it, because that shit wasn't gonna be enough for us anyway, so we might as well just do whatever we want, like
Pretty much, because
yeah,
and is that like what the entire generation is? They're always thinking about that too, where it's like, like this average shit isn't cutting it for anybody, so like should everybody just be trying to find that thing that's good for them? And especially like last week's conversation, how we talked about like you can monetize anything on the internet nowadays.
basically,
like,
yeah.
Is it just
Feet pics.
yeah like
Toes,
should we be
man.
encouraging that, like people to like really look at your feet, look at like
Yeah,
Really,
yo, like
start looking at
honestly,
your
yeah
toes.
yeah
the feet pic game, it's a real fucking game, man. It's crazy.
I've been thinking about hand modeling.
The hand game, the feet game. What else, man? There's some crazy shit.
That knee game.
The earlobe game.
That knee level.
I'm sure that's a thing. The back of the knee game.
Yeah, bro. There's a lot of shit out there.
There's a
Bro.
lot of shit, man. Oh,
I gotta sneeze, but it's not coming.
bro!
out.
The other day I learned that there's such thing as a OnlyFans manager.
Yeah.
What the fuck does an OnlyFans manager do?
Manages your OnlyFans.
like a pimp or
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand.
Oh.
Some dude on Clubhouse had OnlyFans consultant manager in his
I've
bio.
seen those.
I was like, what the fuck is that, man? They don't need help.
Yeah, they do.
Why do
just-
they need a manager?
just like how to
To post it for them? Like, is it
You don't
not
understand.
already?
You're not thinking about the bigger picture here. These are content creators.
What are they like?
about-
Are they setting them up with other collabs and shit?
Setting them up with collabs, opportunities, getting their stuff put out there, getting more views on their Twitter, more followers.
right, like they're treating them like talent, and
You
they're
are talent.
finding gigs
That's
for them
crazy.
and shit.
They're artists.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. I mean, like, I guess porn stars have managers. So
Yeah. If you're in
But the porn star industry,
Talent.
but the porn industry works similar to the film industry. That's why. So actors have managers, porn stars will have managers. But OnlyFans having managers?
that makes complete sense to me.
Does it?
That makes complete. An
Doesn't
artist
seem
has
like
a
there's
manager,
enough work for a
rapper.
manager to do anything though.
No, that's what you think. 'Cause you're not
Technically,
in the
they're like
game.
models, right?
They're
and
models.
like a lot of IG models have, even if they're not models, they still have like a management, right? Even if all they did was blow up on IG. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing, right?
It's
It's,
the
like
same
they're
thing.
models. They're
talent.
yeah.
Damn.
Come to your set. They're talent.
All right, so I'm gonna be an OnlyFans manager. How do you start? I guess you just become one day. You just wake up and you're like, you know what? I'm an OnlyFans manager because there's no.
Yeah, you gotta
There's
know.
no
I
way
mean,
of
you
learning
gotta
that.
Know,
There's
you
no-
gotta know the people.
It's
in
about
the,
managing.
Someone
It's
just
managing.
Someone just created that.
No, I would say it's the same thing as talent managing. That's what it is. You just got to figure out how to do it in the OnlyFans world.
Yeah, you got to know the
think
connects
it's a hard-
like in that OnlyFans kind of realm and like
Yeah.
be able to prove that you would be able to make more money for like the
For
the
that
OnlyFans
person.
models. Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand what they do though.
A lot of
What
those
you
guys-
said, like sponsorships
It's
and
the same shit,
yeah,
man.
like,
OnlyFans do
getting more
sponsors?
exposure and
They can do sponsors their dildos and whatnot else.
Okay,
right?
well, okay. So I'm thinking of products that would have to be on OnlyFans. Would have to be sex related mostly.
Like,
Or
this
maybe-
is the same. It's the same.
Maybe
shit.
cannabis if it's
the same
going down that
world.
line, but
Yeah.
like
apple cider gummies, bro. Like whatever, yo. All
It's the
that same shit.
world,
yo.
yo.
Yeah.
They can do the skincare shit. Oh, why are my cheeks so soft? This is why.
yeah. So I mean,
This is the same world. I don't know what's hard.
it's
to
just
believe.
like weird.
It makes
know.
complete sense. I've seen those guys too, and they'll have like 3 to 5 girls,
Yeah.
and they're all hot. You know, they're all doing their thing, all putting out content, and they just manage them like this. They're like, okay, and they'll take trips to certain places and shoot with other people in those cities and shit like that.
That's true. Setting them up with photographers and stuff.
Yeah, because they're gonna need IG posts, you're gonna need Twitter posts, you're gonna need videos that you're doing for your OnlyFans. Some of them are also, like we were just saying,
By the way,
off-stream Twitch streamers. They're doing other shit.
If y'all listening, I do content. I do OnlyFans content. I can shoot it. So hit me up.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
All the OF managers, yo.
Here's the thing,
It'll
though.
be in for the
Here's
for
the
the
thing,
photos,
though. Yo,
bro.
they don't want to pay. They're like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna take a selfie instead and make the same amount of
that
money."
makes complete sense to me, though. Yeah. So sometimes they're gonna want to get pretty ass pictures, but if they can do it by themselves, then
They're not paying me.
I can't hate on that.
Well, yeah, then they're not gonna pay me, and that's just the reality of it.
You gotta bring forward. You can't just bring forward pretty pics. What can your pics do for them? You know, you gotta sell. It's the same thing every world, even if it's for an OnlyFans girl or for real estate or a big ass artist. It's the same shit. Sell yourself. You know, just make sense of what you can bring to them, and you know that extra little thing. And with the photos, I wouldn't even approach somebody that is smaller. I'd probably approach somebody that is bigger and might be looking into other streams, like doing live streams, or maybe they're like, yeah, I do OnlyFans, but I also have a YouTube as well, because they might do that other stuff, which a lot of those girls do.
Yeah,
they're not just doing one thing.
they there's maybe a lot of them who they get into OnlyFans for the money and
And
then
then they build an audience.
and then they want to diversify their
Yeah.
streams, but they don't know any of those other service like outlets and things, right?
Yeah.
Or like they don't even know what's possible for them. Like they wouldn't know that they could do a Twitch stream,
Yeah.
or they
And
wouldn't
that's
know.
the point of
yeah.
managers as well,
Yeah.
to help them understand, you can be bigger than you
Yeah.
already are. Yeah, you have 20K followers here, but we can really, you can get more, and you could do it without making it seem like you're just a sex worker. You can have your Twitch set up and you're a streamer there playing video games or just talking to people. And then you could be this IG baddie as well that does sponsorships and has sponsorships there. But you just have your OnlyFans link in the bio, whatever. You don't have to really talk about it there.
You're not even allowed to on Instagram,
So, yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. So
you're gonna probably want to
You're
avoid.
fine.
You're gonna want to avoid soliciting that. So
you're lit.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, you opened my mind to it a little bit. I get it. I just didn't in the moment I didn't think that unless I think only the top OnlyFans girls will need a manager. I was thinking more bottom tier, not thinking about them like why? Like there's no
need. For
Yeah,
those
the
ones,
big
yeah.
ones, you know what I mean? Like the ones that have a million.
Ones that are growing.
The ones that make like 100K a month. Like yeah.
Girls that are or OnlyFans people that are growing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're just content creators like the rest of us.
Yeah.
They're just doing it differently. So yeah, it's like growth. It's the same thing on YouTube. Like you're not gonna get a manager at 1,000 subs. You're gonna wait until you have a bigger audience that you can't take care of by yourself anymore.
Yeah, and also the managers will look for you, right?
Yeah.
They won't find people. They'll find you once you're ready to expand. Right?
Exactly.
That's like same thing with recording artists or YouTubers.
Yeah. To figure out what it is. What do you want to do? Do you want to be a personality, or do you want to go like more into porn, for example? What do you want to do?
When all else fails, you go into porn. All right.
Porn's not easy either. There's people that fail that, bro. There's guys that think they'll be sick in porn that
No,
Yeah.
can't even get it up, and then what, bro?
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
No. Yeah, no. Being a porn star is definitely not easy, and being a male porn star is even probably not as easy. And
Gotta fuck for 4 hours, bro.
yeah,
Cut it down into 20 minutes.
I mean the male porn game is pretty competitive as well. You know what I mean? How many I don't know. We don't count, but how many? There's not a lot of different faces.
There's not Johnny
floating around.
Sins.
You're seeing the same like 10, 20 dudes.
Yeah, and that's because
And
they're top
like,
tier.
and they're like in their 50s now. You know, they've been doing it for 25 years.
Yeah, man.
Being a male porn star is crazy. You're like 50 and like you're working with a 20-year-old. Like, what the hell?
They're living life.
It's crazy. Like, who's the fresh batches of girls in 2021? When were you born?
It's work,
2003? Shit.
Takes work though to keep
bro.
up. That's like
Takes work,
LeBron
man.
level conditioning. Bro.
Yeah, it is. Talk about the real shit, bro.
Yeah.
You're right. That is LeBron level conditioning. That's real
To
shit.
keep your body that
Yeah.
the same thing that LeBron's doing so that he can play
He can
35
play.
minutes like he's 20 years old.
That's
That's,
what I'm
what
saying.
these
Like,
50-year-olds have to be doing. Bro.
55-year-old
To fuck for
porn
4
stars
hours.
Yeah.
fucking like they're 20.
And they have 3
And they're
shoots that day.
fucking 20-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Like I don't
It's
think I could have
wild.
done that when I was like 20. You know, like
Yeah.
21. I don't think I had that energy. Like
I don't know if they're just
Never.
I don't know if
Yeah.
they're just popping Viagra, Cialis.
They have shit too.
Like, up
so
the
they
ass,
just,
like,
they just,
crazy.
They just poke your dick with a needle and it'll stay stiff. But
Jesus
like,
Christ.
but bro, like I don't know if I could go through all of that. You
Yeah.
know, that's a mental game as well.
Exactly. It's more it's more mental than physical at that point.
Bruh.
You know,
Like, I
like
could never, man. You'd think, oh yeah, I'd love to do porn. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you couldn't last. Bro. You bust that one nut too quick and it's over. You're done for the day.
Like you actually get fired.
Yeah, you'd be
Like
done.
that producer's cutting your ass. Like
Yeah, you're not getting back. You're not coming back.
not coming back, bro. They're gonna bring Johnny Sins in.
And they have those guys that can't nut now too. They're just, or your nut's weak. And you're just like,
And you get roasted in the comments. Yo.
that's what I'm saying.
They're
man.
not so weak, yo. I
It's
could have
just-
done better.
Shit is not easy, bro. And you have to make sure you look good all the time.
yeah.
You have to look good all the time. Oh, that's just horrible, bro.
You have to have a 6-pack or something close to it.
Constant sexual tests. Make sure you don't have nothing
Yeah.
wrong with you. Nothing's going on. Because one day you're doing scenes raw, where people are like spitting all over you. We don't need to get into all the details.
And then, you know, talking about how the pandemic has affected people and shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
imagine being a porn star in COVID, bro. Like,
You do the COVID test and the STD test, bro, back to back.
back to back.
Back to back, you're getting your dick swabbed and then your nose swabbed.
same time, you know?
Same time, you know?
So you don't have to
Make it
feel it
quick.
both. Yeah.
Make it quick. Yeah,
That shit crazy.
yeah man. I couldn't do that shit.
I don't know how we got here.
It's all work, bro.
That's
From being
funny.
average to this.
Being average, talking about being a porn star. That's definitely not average.
No, it's not.
Mm.
But man, that's what I'm saying, yo. Just figure out what you like in this world. And the only way that you can is by just, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it. Maybe I was just thinking about like those, because since we've been playing Minecraft, all I've been watching is like Minecraft videos on YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like how some of these guys got big, because you just think, what were you doing before this, you know?
Nothing.
And that's what it is, man. One day they just decided, I'm gonna just post this video
Yeah.
of me playing Minecraft online, and they had fun doing it. They kept doing it, and then sooner or later they gained an audience, and now they're able to live off of that. And you don't think that me playing, you know, Minecraft is gonna lead to anything. You just thought, yeah, I just want to play this game.
Yeah. I would imagine most gamers who are successful now didn't, because
Yeah.
we're only in the generation now. Kids now are growing up like we didn't grow up
Yeah.
knowing that there was an esports world. Even though there was, it wasn't like how it is now. Now kids can
Nah.
grow up and be like, oh shit, if I play video games from when I'm fucking 5 till 20, like I can become a millionaire. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like we never knew that.
If you
shit,
become
know?
that good,
Yeah.
you can literally like gather an audience on Twitch
Yeah.
and make money. Like good money. You know what I mean? And you're just playing video games.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing video games a lot. I mean, I've seen interviews with streamers and they're like, yo, like I play like 12 hours a day, 5
Yeah.
days a week.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Even I don't even know if I'd want to play that much video games. Because
Mm-hmm.
then it might even become a chore at that point.
Yeah, it is. All this shit turns into a chore.
Of course,
sooner or
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you got to monetize it.
Yeah,
you know,
it turns into a
yeah.
chore. All of this is a chore.
You're like, fuck, I just want to like do something else, not play Grand Theft Auto for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like I'm sure you like I don't know the
And
exact
be
moment,
entertaining
but like I know that there was a point where when we were just making, you would come over every Friday and either we would play video games or make a track, and then oh shit, we're musicians now. You
All of a
know,
sudden,
like
Yeah.
there was that trend, and like, let's make videos for fun. Oh no, now we got to do this shit because for a career. Like there's always that switch point, and you're like, oh, and it can happen with anything. Now it can happen with video games, where you'd be like, oh, we're doing this shit for fun. And now
Yeah.
you're like, no, I gotta take this seriously. I gotta make money off this shit. Like
Yeah.
For real.
That's what it is. Just if you are gonna step out of your comfort zone, just be you, and the best will come to you once you kind of figure it
Yeah.
out. Because that's what it is with those guys. It's just them being them, and then trying something new, or they bring something new to that Minecraft world,
Yeah.
that video game world.
and try to remember that like you were doing this for free, for nothing, and you just because you enjoyed it. So it's like, yeah, when you start, if you realize you can start making money off of it, don't forget that like there was a time when, or the reason you started this is because you just like you enjoy it.
Always go back to that.
Yeah.
Especially in those hard moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You gotta just try shit, people. If you still don't know what the fuck you're good at, then you haven't stepped out of your comfort zone enough,
No, definitely not.
or
And
you just haven't tried enough new things either.
Yo, dog,
You're
like
trying
if you don't know what you're good at, like you should ask a bunch of people, yo, what am I good at? Like people like that know you well will probably tell you what you're good at. You know what I mean?
because they'll see characteristics and qualities in you that
That
you
you
probably
not
don't even notice.
Times
Yeah.
that you like light up when you don't even realize, like,
Exactly.
that's when you're at
Exactly.
your best.
You know what I mean? Like shit, like someone might tell you, yo, like you're good with people in general. Okay, cool. Maybe you should get into like, I don't know, something that revolves around connecting people, like being a manager. Like you deal with people all the time. You know what I mean? For OnlyFans, like why not?
Try it,
Something
bro.
like that.
Something.
I don't know, social work, something like that. You know what I mean? So just as an example, maybe just ask someone, yo, what am I good at? Your best friend, ask your best friend, ask your mom, what am I good at? You know what I mean? They'll tell you, and then maybe that will give you a better idea. Because if you don't know shit, you figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out in time. Hopefully.
Hopefully. All right, Lost and Talks podcast, episode 69. We whipped out the drinks. If you guys see on YouTube, we got drinking the Captain Spice Rum
Cap and Coke.
The Yapton.
with a bit of Coca-Cola, and it's hitting different. And we were off cam trying to figure out why, and we're like, this is like better than the usual Captain.
Because it's looking like let me know if this is a limited edition thing or something, or if it's just the regular one, or if Captain Morgan just upped their game in the
Changed
past
the
year
blend.
or something. Yeah, change the formula.
Captain, hit us up, man. We like your drink.
Don't hit us up, but
I'll take a Cap sponsor. I don't care, bro.
yeah, I'll take a cap spot. Yeah.
Yo, whatever pays the bills, man. I don't give a fuck.
If it's hidden like this, I'll take this shit
I'll
every
take
day,
this,
bro.
yeah.
Fuck, man.
Let's go.
Like I said, maybe it's because I drink this shit with Diet Coke usually,
Yeah.
and it's just not as sweet and it's not as good. But I like it. I'm liking it. Anyways, on to the next topic. I'll start off with a little like news story that I heard the other day, and it'll kind of segue into the topic. So and things like this happen in the news quite often, and I always wonder what the fuck were these people thinking. You know what I mean? So the other day, a few days ago, I guess when you listen to this, it'll be pretty old news, but basically in Nashville, Tennessee, a 20-year-old YouTuber, up-and-coming YouTuber, decided to do a prank. Now, prank channels have been around on YouTube from time. I feel like they're kind of passé now, especially the extreme pranks. But believe it or not, there are still people doing them for views, for clout, for attention. And this person by the name of Timothy Wilkes or something like that, he did a prank in Tennessee outside of like one of those places that like have like trampolines for kids or whatever. He decided
Like a play park or something.
yeah, you know those ones where we have them here, like all trampolines,
Sky Zone.
Sky Zone type shit.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, that's just irrelevant. That's just where he was doing it outside of a place like that. I decided it would be funny to prank people and pretend to rob them with butcher knives. And he thought that was funny, and recording it would probably get views and yada, yada, yada. And what happened was he happened to rob this this couple or this group of people, and one of the dudes had a gun and shot him
Jeez.
and killed him.
Oh shit.
He died. Yeah, the YouTuber died. Of course, the guy who thought he was getting robbed just assumed, well, shit, self-defense.
Yeah.
And in America, there are a lot of people who carry guns on their hips, especially in Tennessee, states like
Yeah.
Tennessee. So
Self-defense is like
yeah, it's
Their favorite
yeah.
thing.
it's
Yeah.
their favorite thing, right? So in Texas, Tennessee, whatever, this is all those like red states, you know, a lot of those red states, they got guns on them. And this person clearly didn't think about that and thought it would be okay or safe to pretend to rob people with knives, and happened to lose his life over it.
Were they fake knives? It
No,
doesn't
they were
matter,
real
but
knives,
they were
real butcher knives,
Yeah,
like these
yeah.
big ass knives, and yeah, he died unfortunately. He's an idiot though for doing that. Why would you pretend to rob people?
Yeah, there's
No matter where it is. Even I mentioned America with guns, but even here in Canada, I mean, we're less likely to have a gun on us, but it would still be dangerous and highly illegal. Try explaining a prank. It's a prank to the cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're called. So it's just so stupid. And then I started to think that like what there's kids that are just doing these extreme things for views and clout and all these crazy things, and unfortunately there are role models on the internet that have done extreme shit and became very rich off it. You know what I mean? Like Chair Girl, for example.
Yeah.
So I just started to think like why do people going to the extreme to be famous? And it's just like
I wouldn't call Cheryl Girls trying to be famous.
that was an accident, but
But
it did happen though.
yeah, I know. what
Same
you
type of yeah,
type of-
just
It was
like-
an accident.
Yeah,
like she
what
didn't
do
do
you-
it intentionally to be
Well,
famous.
she-
Like she didn't
yeah,
think
not
throwing this.
intentionally be-
She didn't
yeah.
think throwing this chair off this balcony would make her famous, but it did, and that's still an example for a poor example for other people. You know, the youth. You know, to think that they can do dumb shit.
Even if it wasn't, she didn't think she was gonna go viral. I'm sure if it was just her in that hotel, or Airbnb or whatever it was, she wouldn't have done that. You know, by herself or with a couple of friends. It was because there was a camera on her. You know, like
Potentially, yeah. I don't know. The whole fucking thing could have been staged for all we know. I have no idea. But yeah, I just started to think like, man, people are just doing some extreme shit.
Yeah, because like we said before, people just want to be famous. They don't understand what that means. It means nothing.
yeah,
And this guy here, I have nothing really to say because you got
yeah.
yourself killed. Like,
Yeah.
you're just stupid.
Yeah.
We've seen enough of these pranks.
Yeah, I was trying to think about like, you know, like a prank. You know, like Eric Andre, for example, like he does street pranks that are ridiculous, but
Yeah.
it's never him putting other people in danger. It's
Yeah, yeah,
usually
yeah.
him making people seem like he's in extreme danger. Like
Yeah,
he's-
like fooling people to think he's hurt or something.
Yeah, it's never
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna put these. I'm not gonna put random people on the street and make them feel like they're in danger. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the difference. Is like you got to know that difference, and it seems like a pretty easy one. Where it's like
Yeah.
when you're just like, okay, I'm gonna put a gun to somebody's head, and that's the prank, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, it wasn't or I wasn't
That's
gonna
like-
shoot you. That's not a prank.
I mean,
you know?
dude, like as silly as that sounds, it's really not far off from what that kid
Yeah.
was doing.
That's the problem. Is he was using real, like if you use real knives, like, or you know, like you can't. There's no.
Yeah.
You can't explain your way out of that. You know,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if cops got involved, like before he died or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you can't explain, like, oh, I was just doing a prank show. Why do you have real knives? You know.
Yeah, he reminds me of this older YouTuber. Maybe you guys have heard of him, Vitaly ZDTV or whatever.
Yeah.
He's this Russian American guy who used to do. He's done a bunch of stuff from streaking at the World Cup and the NBA Finals game and shit like that. He's known to do some crazy shit for attention. And in his early YouTube days, and I'm guilty of watching these videos, like he'd make these extreme prank videos, and he was one of the pioneers of doing it. And it's caused a lot of backlash for certain people, and it's spawned a lot of channels to do the same,
Yeah.
and cause like people's harm. You know what I mean? You know, like people like think it's funny to go up to the hood and do sketchy shit and have black people react. Like that's literally
Yeah.
what these people are doing.
Because they see people get views
Yeah.
off of it. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Like that's easy enough to do. Yeah, like it's easy to do, but it's not smart to do. You know.
Yeah, like this guy, he would do like Vitaly. He had this one that blew up. Well, his main video that blew up, if I remember, was like he would dress up as a zombie and run around
I remember watching those.
the
yeah.
hood in Miami, and like in like areas a lot of Haitians, and Haitians believe in zombies, or it's like part of their they believe in
Voodoo,
that kind of
yeah.
stuff, voodoo stuff,
Yeah.
and like it's bad, bro.
It's a religion, yeah.
Yeah, and he dressed up as a zombie and run around, and I believe he got shot at. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He'd also dress up as a Russian hitman and fucking. He'd like drop a briefcase next to someone's foot and be like, "You have 30 seconds," and then walk away.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's just, crazy white people and,
Yeah.
and shit that they want to do, man. I can't feel bad for you, especially if you die, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry for your family.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, like,
Mm-hmm.
you just can't be doing dumb shit. That's it. That's just dumb shit.
Yeah.
Just dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
It's just dumb shit.
Dummy shit.
But I will say, the thing that pisses me off a lot too is these, just kind of going off what the topic is about, these fucking challenges. This now we're having this fucking silhouette challenge,
Challenges.
and I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that, yo. I don't know anything about that. I saw it come up, and I'm like, where'd this come from?
it's just stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, who came up with it, though?
I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But this one,
What matters is
some challenges.
all the people that started doing it.
See,
because
that's a
they
good
saw it.
point. Is like the people who started doing this shit, who've done a challenge, they don't even know where the fuck it came from. They're just doing it
just
because
doing
everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
It's-
if you don't even know why it started,
Y'all look
what it
like
means,
sheep, yo. You
Yeah.
look like fucking sheep doing these challenges.
Just
Just
you know,
saying.
like the ice bucket challenge, for example.
was
It's
gonna
like you don't
say-
need to know the origin of that one
Yeah.
because at least it's for a good cause.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what I was
people were
saying.
doing it just to get, they were doing it because everybody else was doing it. There's a point
Yeah.
where like people weren't even doing it for the charity aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, like don't lose sight of, don't be a fucking sheep. Like like why are you doing something?
Yeah.
Why do you think you need to make a video of something if nobody's telling you to do it and you don't even know where it came from
And
or
so
why
the
other
challenge
people are
is
doing
so
it?
whack. Bro.
Yeah.
It's just people with a red light or this red filter on them, and then they like get sexy
in a silhouette,
Yeah.
in a silhouette, like,
and that's it. And like the ones I've seen look bad. Like
and they're like 99% of these things are whack. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you were bad with your clothes on just now. Like, I don't need to see, because now I'm seeing your body try to move sexy, and it's so cringeworthy that it's just not working for me.
Bro, we might have to pull up the hashtag silhouette challenge on Instagram. Look, yo.
No, we don't need to look at none of those, because
Gonna pop a vein
all of
real
those,
quick.
you're not gonna pop no vein. You're
No,
gonna
in your head.
You're gonna crush your teeth by cringing. All of them are just whack. Like, I just don't get it. And like, why you're doing this, I don't understand why. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. If you need to be told that you're sexy,
Yeah.
you need to be told that you look good. I don't know. I just hope that you find the help that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope somebody tells you the right
I
thing.
hope somebody
Yeah.
tells you. Here, let me tell you, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're beautiful, and I hope
Facts.
you take this to heart.
Yeah.
I know you've been working hard. I know you go unnoticed, but you're beautiful.
Shit.
You don't need to be doing all this extra
You
shit.
don't need to do
you
all
know?
this extra shit, okay, baby?
Shit. Wow, what the hell is going on, yo? I can't look at these, yo. I'm done. Oh, that's nice, bro.
That's a nice one.
That's not silhouette though. Is it? Anyways, yeah, like these challenges. Like you mentioned the ALS challenge. I think like that one, for example, was actually cool because that I guess that had like a meaning behind it and shit.
It has, but just because it has meaning, don't get it twisted. People just did that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
attention.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
and they
Like
didn't
I
actually
remember,
donate.
I remember
And
there
they-
was there.
Yeah, there was so
at the
many
beginning there
people.
were people who were doing it for charity, and
Yeah.
then everybody was just doing
And
it
then
just to
all
fucking
the
do
sheep-
it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm cold.
Yeah.
All the sheep came
What do
along.
you think would happen to you?
It'd be funny to just dump ice water on my kitties.
Or the cinnamon.
You were supposed to
was that
do
a thing?
Cinnamon challenge where you saw people choking.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
like-
did it to
Cinnamon
choke.
challenge was sick though.
I can't breathe. It's like, yeah, you just saw a video where somebody else almost
Yeah.
died.
What do you think was gonna happen? Like you're gonna man up and beat
you were
it?
gonna do it?
Yeah. No,
Let's do
bro.
the grapefruit challenge.
And it always starts the same way. Everyone put the cinnamon. Oh, it's not so bad. And then they start breathing.
Yeah, and then
they're like,
puff out a fucking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, oh my god. Like, that shit was not funny to me.
You just watched 8 Man's choke on it, and you're gonna be like, "What's gonna happen to me?" And
Yeah.
then it's basically like sticking your hand in a fucking on a hot stove and being like, "Oh, this is gonna burn." Oh
Let's not
fuck!
forget the Tide Pod challenge.
Oh my god.
That was just bum. That was dumb as fuck.
People
What are the
just-
challenges? you
Tide
got?
had to release a statement, bro.
Don't
Like,
eat our
yo,
shit.
chill.
That's crazy. What kind of fucking world do we live in where Tide has to be like, yo, don't eat our
There's
detergent?
too many
dog?
followers.
Like, what
out
the
here,
fuck?
bro. There's too many people. It's
Oh
just
my
stupid.
god. Don't you put it in your mouth. They need to bring that fucking commercial back. Like, not for more than one reason.
That had to be sent to everybody, bro.
I just
Don't
get
put it in
it,
your
man.
mouth.
Like go have a hot chip. Well, no, yeah, do a hot chip challenge.
That's fine. Yeah, get
You
some
know,
spice
try
in
the
your
chip.
get some spice in your life, bro. Fuck.
Try
chi-
the chip out.
Do a
you know?
hot chicken sandwich challenge.
something. You know,
Wink,
and
wink.
a fucking eating contest. I don't know.
Those
Yeah.
are cool.
I just don't know what's so hard about doing a silhouette challenge.
Yeah,
Why
it's
is
not
there,
a challenge,
why,
bro.
What's the challenge in this?
So you can, yeah, like how badly you can fucking dance, bro. Like,
Why is that? Why is challenge even in the name of it?
Yeah.
That's not hard.
People don't think about these
Like
things.
you fucking. The hardest part was lighting it. Maybe.
I just don't get it. Did you guys hear about the girl that super glued her head?
Yes. Yes,
got
I did.
She got surgery today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my parents were talking about it, and they let me know about it. Actually, really, she found a
Your
doctor.
parents are up to date. Eh?
Yeah, they were more up to date than me.
I feel like this is a big like radio news or like TV news
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I
My
think,
dad
too.
read it in the paper
Yeah.
or e-paper or whatever.
I'm just hoping this doesn't lead to a challenge.
Oh my god! So she found a doctor because I believe she was
Yeah,
trying to
she
find a
had
doctor.
surgery today.
Well, the doctor did it for free, I think.
did it for
right?
free, yeah.
Which is it's
he-
clout, right? It's
It would
clout,
cost, yeah, exactly. These doctors
Exposure
they know
dollars, bro.
Yeah, he's a plastic surgeon,
yeah,
so he needs that.
It's an exposure doctor.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
what it
is.
was.
That's a real exposure
When
dollar.
I seen that
Exposure
headline where it's like an
dollars
LA
in-
That's
doctor
a
or whatever
real-
is doing this shit for free, I'm like, you're a smart man,
You're
bro.
a smart man. Those are guys. Those are real exposure dollars
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had the surgery literally today. I saw the video today, and her hair is pretty much solid, or not solid. hair is back to
Zing, zing,
normal-ish, kind of. She had to cut some of it, but you know, at least she's good
Dude.
now. Because I saw
Yeah.
that shit, and I'm like, that fucking
I
sucks.
can imagine what that head must have felt like, bro. Just,
just
fucking,
rough and
yeah.
nasty.
Oh god.
And I see mans online, they're like, so why did she just cut it off? I'm like, are you dumb? Like, it's attached to her head.
Can't cut it off.
It's
dude.
attached to her scalp. If anything, she'd have to wait a couple months for like growth.
She'd
Yeah.
have to wait for it to grow to move, and then I feel like it would almost hurt for
It would hurt to grow.
Yeah.
Because it would be peeling away from her
Yeah.
scalp, right?
Yeah.
And it might even take longer to grow.
Exactly.
bro. But she's a dumbass. She put fucking
Yeah,
gorilla.
she's definitely,
She
was
she's definitely a dumbass.
She
didn't-
put great spray on gorilla glue, bro, thinking that shit was gonna be a substitute for hairspray.
No, it wasn't hairspray. It was what it is there's this brand that makes hair product that has a glue, so that you can spray it on your hair to keep your hair down.
Right.
Right, so she thought if she could just use any type of spray glue, and of
Gorilla
course,
glue,
she,
super glue.
She chose the strong the glue.
Yeah, like
The glue,
the hardest
bro,
substance known to man, bro. Like,
all over her head.
Which in theory makes sense because I want this to be the best,
yeah,
and it really was.
yeah. It was, yeah.
But that just sucks, man.
That shit would never have come up, bro. Like,
Yeah, man.
Imagine, I can't believe you make a fuck up like that, and then you become like not famous, but like it gets that much attention, dude.
I think most people are actually genuinely concerned about her, though. You know.
Yeah.
From what I was seeing, people were like, "Yo, I'm actually worried. Like, hopefully she gets this out." I was genuinely worried. Too.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
Yeah.
I
I
was,
was like, that sucks because I've done just stuck my fingers together and
exactly.
it sucks.
Yeah.
You know, off
to
of
pull
just
it off.
using it and you just got a little bit on your finger. You
start
and
stressing
you're like, oh
out.
shit, and you're like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
And you're a little scared. Can you imagine all your hair on your scalp, bro?
Just
Oh my
the
fucking
weight
God.
that it must have felt, you know? It just feels like it's
Yeah.
just like fucking, yeah.
No matter how many times she washed it,
Yeah.
nothing.
I remember seeing on Twitter, she said like she wasn't doing this for clout, obviously.
Yeah,
Like, she was
no,
like,
not
I
for
immediately
clout. You
like
can
I
tell.
immediately regret this and like I wish this never happened. Like, so she was never doing this for clout. But the doctor saw an opportunity.
He did it for the clout.
Yeah,
Makes
which is
complete sense.
fine. Somebody's
That's
got to
what-
capitalize off this,
And that's
bro.
what I was gonna say regarding like the chair girl and shit like that. All those people, that's organic.
Yeah.
That's not because they were trying to look for clout. Chair girl, bad baby, fucking
Yeah.
who else out there? I don't know who else, but
those are good examples, yeah.
all those people that get popular off of that one video, that's
Yeah.
not for clout, guys.
Or ocean spray.
yeah.
yeah.
Facts. That's
yeah.
not for
Dog
clout.
dog face.
Yeah.
That's organic.
Yeah.
That's all organic. That's just them being them.
They
in the
were
moment.
they were being themselves.
Either being funny in a moment, being stupid in a moment, being angry in a moment, and
Just
it
being
goes
themselves,
viral.
just
But
being-
that's them,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
being themselves, like, and just doing something.
Yeah.
And that's why it went viral. And then you have people trying to do this shit, trying to be organic. That's not real. Like you
You have
wouldn't.
you have
do that
people
shit.
trying to be like fake, like
Yeah.
not themselves for clout. Right?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you could blow up off that, but
Like
People can
like
tell,
the
though.
pranksters. The pranksters are fake. They're faking it.
yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything organic. They're creating a potential viral situation that has to be so reckless that you just can't help to watch, right? And it becomes viral.
Yeah.
They're intentionally going in and saying like, I'm gonna try and set up circumstances to make the wildest shit happen. They're not like just recording something and like,
Yeah.
let me just make a piece of content. They're like trying to ensure that the craziest shit happens on camera.
and,
You know?
Yeah.
and most of the time it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Most
Because
of the
they're
time
trying
it's
too
not,
hard.
no.
Because they're like, they're like,
Yeah.
I
but
want to fuck this person up.
At
you
the
know?
end
like,
of the day, though, it's not funny, but the internet will still click on it and look at it because it's just like clickbait.
yeah.
I'm guilty. I think we're all guilty of a bit of clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait is it's a
It's
real
just, like,
thing and
fucking
it's terrible.
like
yeah.
there's headlines on YouTube is complete bullshit, and you still click on it, yo.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. Even if you only watched the first 20 seconds, so you still clicked on it, it still somewhat worked. So
It is what it is, though.
yeah,
That's just, yeah, man. Just people out here finessing. Like, I can't do this shit, man. These pranks, whack. Challenges are whack. What do you, like Kevin said earlier, what's challenging?
Yeah. Yeah. What's the challenge, bro?
You just took off some clothes and stood in between your doorway.
yeah. Like someone, please, please explain to us the challenge in that. If it's supposed to be some sort of like challenge about like body confidence, then let us know. I don't see it.
Even if it is that, I'm sorry, that's really whack, too.
Yeah.
That is whack.
Just post a selfie, bro.
I
Post
think
up a selfie of you in your
well,
bikini.
there
Yeah.
was something that was like that was better, was like the no makeup challenge or face makeup challenge or whatever.
But even girls were still wearing makeup.
yeah.
they're just like,
And they only do that to be spiteful. Like, yeah, I look good without the makeup.
That's
And
facts. Yeah.
they're like,
You don't see a lot of girls actually doing it.
it's like a low key flex.
Yeah.
Only the really pretty ones are doing it.
Yeah, if you're natural. like
Natural,
that,
pretty.
then you're up,
Yeah.
You're truly
That's
up.
true. Yeah. It's always it's always a flex. Like it's not like, yeah, we can look good no matter what. It's that. It's not like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with needing makeup or
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Needing or just wanting
Yeah.
to put it
If you
on.
want, if you want to put makeup on your face, it's not a bad
That's
thing.
not a problem.
Yeah. If it
Definitely
makes you
not.
feel good.
Definitely not.
Life.
Any other topics? We could wrap it up here. You want? Call it a
Uh,
day, night.
I don't know. I'm chilling right now. I'm cool. We're sipping on that good drink.
It's just good, bro.
You know, the man them are just here
I
chilling.
hear that?
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me find out his actual real name. Cause I think I meant to say this on the last podcast. I can't remember. So let me find out here. R.I.P. Dustin Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Who's that?
Screech.
Am I
Screech.
supposed to know? Oh, the first name threw me off.
Yeah, Dustin Diamond. Screech from Saved by the Bell. R.I.P. him. He had cancer, I believe.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And that's just one of those ones where that's one of those deaths that you haven't thought about that person obviously in so long. But
Yeah.
I remember waking up early to watch Saved by the Bell,
Yeah.
and then just checking that show out, even though it was way out of my years, but just
Yeah.
watching that show. And just,
He had a
man,
life, bro.
Yeah,
He
man.
after post Saved by the Bell. I can't remember exactly, but he went through some shit. And
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So RP him. All the best to his family and all that. But yeah, definitely some good memories with Dustin Diamond. So
Saved by the Bell was a hot one,
it
bro.
was a hot show, man. I used to watch.
I would
that.
still throw it on.
Yeah, I used to watch that and then Fresh Prince after. in the
Yeah,
morning.
that was a crazy combo.
Yeah, right before I went to school.
Yeah.
And then if I woke up earlier, I could catch Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek was my shit for a while. Like
I heard. Yeah, you've talked about it highly before.
Dawson's Creek, whoo, that was that shit. And then when I got into high school, I got into MTV, so I started watching The Hills.
Yeah.
And Laguna Beach. That was some fire as well.
Hills.
Just those ones. Just
Like the
Laguna
Paris
Beach.
Hilton. Okay.
And The Hills. Whew. The Hills was some fire. And people used to sleep on that show, but it's all good, I'll allow you guys. I'll allow you. Yeah, man. I guess that's it for today.
Yeah.
chill pod today.
Keep it light.
Quick one. Ian has to wake up in the morning.
It's true.
Got shit to do. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Today we'll catch you guys in the next pod. We will make up for this episode 69 because we do want to get extra lit soon. So we'll once we can get some rippers in here,
Something like that.
dancing on the table or something, then we'll let you guys know when that episode will be, and we'll set up the dates and get everything organized. Hopefully Ian is managing by then.
Yeah.
Gang, hit me up for OnlyFans content. I record it.
Don't come. Relax.
I'm not in it. I record it. I have to explain
I'll
that.
record it.
That's about it.
Anyways, yeah, follow that twitch.tv/Lost in Nostalgia. We're going to be running some games, usually Mondays around 9 p.m. Getting to the Twitch game, trying to get some followers there. 100 followers by the end of the year. I think that's definitely a doable goal.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a doable goal. If we do more, even better. But yeah, 100 followers by the end of the year. So you have a whole, 320 something days left. Well, from now at least.
You're funny.
You have a whole
subscribe.
320 days left to subscribe. So please get over on Twitch. If you need to make one, go ahead.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. You've made so many other accounts. I know you got that Pornhub account. So
Of course.
you can make a Twitch.
And find some other shit on there too if you're not in the Twitch game. It's
Yeah, there's a lot of shit on Twitch that people sleep on.
There's ASMR from the baddies.
Yeah.
You got some GTA, League of Legends, all the hot games right now.
Even just people just chilling.
the
People
GTA
just
servers
chilling.
are pretty funny, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen
yeah.
the role play ones?
Yeah, yeah.
They're actually jokes.
The T Grizzly and
Yeah.
that shit's hilarious.
I
Like
want to hop on that shit.
Yeah.
Because you make your own gang and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's just everybody's just
people
doing
people play a character and
Yeah.
like you gotta like it's sick.
It's fucking sick. So
Anyways,
I want to get into that shit for sure.
Lost and Talks 69. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening.
Later.